Jace Thomas, here we are. It's another weekend. I got Tony. We're talking about a couple of movies and the Oscars. I'm going to get started right away. Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man.
Cillian Murphy is back. Tommy Shelby is back on the screen for us, everybody. It's been a few years since season six capped off with a twist, if you will, for Tommy Shelby's fate. And it's back here to really explore a man that's haunted by his past, both literally and figuratively. And it's a very fun story that focuses on Tommy Shelby, but also his son as well. And it's kind of a changing of the guard for the Peakies, but also at the same time, as the show likes to do, it the movie does as well. It's centered around actual events during World War II. It's really well crafted and it goes into a lot of past things that have happened in the show, but you don't have to be a fan or have seen all six seasons by any means to enjoy the film. It's well made, it's humorous, there's some entertaining moments. It starts with a bang, but really at the heart of this is Cillian Murphy, who does an excellent job as Tommy Shelby. But three main additions here I really enjoy: Barry Cohen, Rebecca Ferguson, and Tim Roth, each playing different roles, but very, very nice additions to this franchise. I give it a 4 out of 5. I think fans are going to love it, and newcomers alike, I think we'll find a lot of entertainment value here. And it'll actually probably make a lot of new fans of the show and encourage people to go back and watch what's come before it.
All right, here we go. I'm going to talk about Protector, Milo Jovovich. It was very interesting. To me, first of all, it's a former war hero. Nikki's peaceful life is shattered when her daughter is kidnapped. Oh my God. Thrust into criminal underworld while hunted by cops and military. She must fight to rescue her child. I really enjoyed the twist in this at the end. I thought that was interesting. But to me, it was Jason Statham as a female on steroids. That's exactly what I saw. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say, man, because she was all over the place. You look at her face and you just know, that's just Jason Statham as a female on steroids. It was pretty good. What was very interesting was I didn't recognize DB Sweeney. That was amazing. God, we're getting old. Guys, Matthew Bodine's in it. Woo! Yeah, getting old, I know. Anyway, I thought it was entertaining. It lagged every now and then, but it got to be interesting. And the ending is you talk about psychological. Yes, very psychological. I'm gonna give this 3.5, maybe a 4 out of 5.
For me, it's more of a 3 out of 5, and I'll tell you why. So you mentioned Jason Statham. For me, she channels Liam Neeson and Taken more than anything here. I wouldn't say it's a ripoff because it is on U.S. soil, but it follows a lot of the elements of Taken with her daughter being kidnapped by traffickers. But it's told in a very frustrating manner. So the whole theme around this is 72 hours, and it makes it difficult to find your child or any missing child. We fast forward like almost 30 hours before the movie really kicks off into her pursuit. And there's some really neat things that are explained to us that happened during those first hours, but the film doesn't show them. And I don't know why, if it was a budget issue, if it was just intentional, if they didn't want to, if it needed, constrict the runtime. But it's told in a frustrating manner. There's a lot of action, but it just gets gratuitous to a point where there's not as much exposition anymore. And it could have used a little bit more of that. But you talk about that ending. That ending definitely it elevated the film as a whole for me because of how well it's done. But like I said, I'm more of a 3 out of 5 for this one.
Okay, here we go. Next time, we're going to the movie everybody's waiting on, Project Hail Mary. It stars your best person in the world, Ryan Gosling. Can't believe he's 54. We are getting old. I still remember the Titans.
I
So
can't review this
anyway,
one yet. I got
Chris,
you. I got you.
say that again.
We can't review this one yet. It's still under review embargo.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
know they cut it then. All right. Let's move on to the Oscars, man. Woo, coming up. Let's talk about performance by an actress in the supporting role. We got Ellie Fanning in the sentimental value. Inga Ip's daughter, you say it better than I do. Lilias, I'm not even gonna go there, sentimental value. Amy Madigan for weapons. Wunmi Masaku Sinners and Tiana Taylor, go get them, girl, in one battle after another. Who do you think is going to win in this category?
This is perhaps the biggest toss-up category we have this year, maybe in recent years as well. Wunmi, I think Sinner's Love is really starting to take over, as we saw with the actor awards this week. Amy Madigan won that award, but will she have enough to win this? I personally think Tiana Taylor will take home the prize come Academy Award night. but it is going to be a very tight race between Tiana, Woonmi, and Amy.
I think so. Those last three, Amy, Wumi, and Tiana, it's going to be a very tight race. I'm going to have to agree with you. Tiana will walk away with this. She'll beat out Amy and Wumi. I think that's going to happen. Now let's move on to actress in the leading role. We got Jessie Buckley and Hamnet. Whew. Rose Byrne, if I had legs, I'd kick you. I'd kick you too. Kate Hudson, Song Some Blue. Renette Rinsave, Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone, Begonia. I'm going to talk about this a little bit. I don't understand Emma Stone in this. Kate Hudson was good, but overall, to me, it's Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. I think she is going to win for Best Actress in a Leading Role. Tony?
Without question. And if anything, and if anyone wins over that, it's a giant disservice. It's a Jesse. And I feel really bad for Rose Byrne, who did a fantastic job, gave a great performance. And if I had legs, I'd kick you. If it was any other year, I'd say she has a real shot at winning the statue. But this is Jessie Buckley's year. She's won all the precursors, as deservingly so. This performance will go down as something that people will watch in film class. 100% Jessie Buckley.
All right. Actor in the supporting role, Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another. Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein. Delroy Lindo in Sinners. Speaking of Jacob, they're talking about him as the new James Bond. Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. And Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value. You know, Delroy Lindo, I see his name in there. I don't think he stands a chance. Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, that's going to be interesting. Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein and Stellan Skarsgård. I think it's between those two. Tony?
Yeah, I do. I think Jacob Elordi has a real shot at this, as we saw him win awards earlier in the season. I just think it's Sean Penn's, I think it's a statue. I think he's going to win his third Oscar here, and he has no interest probably in going. I don't know if he'll show up or not. But I think One Battle After Another, the love for that film is really going to showcase here at the Oscars, and it definitely continues with Sean Penn.
All right, let's talk about actor in the leading role. Timothy Chalamet. Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, Wagner Maury, The Secret Agent. You know, the sleeper in all this is the guy from Secret Agent, Wagner Maury. But to me, it's Michael, Leonardo, and Timothy. Now, you talked about Ethan Hawke and Blue Moon and how it's not getting the recognition it should get. But Timothy's up there at the top. Let's talk about who you think is going to win.
I mean, earlier this season, it's really been fun to see how this has shifted. Michael B. Jordan winning the award at the Actors last weekend puts a big twist on things going into the final major awards of the year. I just think Timothy Chalamet is going to pull it off here, and deservingly so. His performance in Marty Supreme, whether you like the movie or not, I mean, he fully commits to that role. If Michael B. Jordan walks away with the Oscar, that would be incredible. I'd be very happy for him. I just think Timmy is going to get his first Oscar this year.
All right, we're going to wait for next week to talk about Best Picture. That's it for us. Have a great weekend.